At Tesla, we don't make slow cars. Okay, do you want to see the car? Yeah! Well, we don't have it for you tonight. I'm just kidding, of course. It's April Fool's somewhere. All right, let's bring him out. If there's ever sort of a apocalyptic scenario of some kind, hypothetically, you just press the bioweapon defense mode button. This is a real button. Actually, what's important here is, survives a nuclear explosion, or you get a full refund. Okay, full refund.
What would be your mediocre superpower? An example of a mediocre superpower would be, one of the best ones we've ever gotten is this guy who wished to temporarily detach his arm while spooning with a girl. Sometimes it's staying.
That's what he wants to do with a girl?
Could you try to break this glass, please? Sure? Yeah. Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
Should we try on the mirror?
Sorry? Okay. It didn't go through. So that's a plus side.
Let's try the mirror.
Try that one, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through. All right. Not bad. Room for improvement. we did actually throw everything. We threw wrenches. We threw everything. We even literally threw the kitchen sink at the glass, and it didn't break. For some weird reason, it broke now. I don't know why. Should have fixed it in post.
Thank you for anyone who's bought our flamethrower. You will not be sorry, or maybe you will. It won't be boring.
Everyone in this room is inspired by you. Who are you inspired by?
Well, Kanye West, obviously.
There have been 3 flights so far, and each one has obviously the goal is to get into orbit. Each one has sort of not made it. How did you deal with the...
Well, we got to space.
Okay, you got to space, but it didn't... You didn't get where you wanted to go.
Not all the way.
Sorry.
Well, you know,
so, but
you don't necessarily go all the way on the first few dates.
SpaceX has...
Actually, I mean, there's sometimes a debate about going to Mars one way and whether that makes things easier. And I think for the initial flights, perhaps, but for long term, to get the cost down, you need the spacecraft back. Whether the people come back is irrelevant. But you must have the ship back, because those things are expensive.
You hear all these rebuttals, like, aren't there all these problems on Earth that we need to deal with, and shouldn't we focus on that? And the answer is yes. I mean, our primary focus should be problems on Earth, but I think that there should be some small amount that's given over to the establishment of a colony on Mars and making life multiplanetary. By small amount, I mean some number less than 1% of our resources. So, you know, it's not as important as say, healthcare, but it's more important than, like, say, cosmetics. I mean, I'm in favor of cosmetics. I like them; they're great. But, you know, lipstick or colony on Mars, I don't.
Earlier in this conversation, we don't want to do business with jerks.
Who does?
Right.
The Model X is now over 2 years late. What went wrong?
Well, I do have an issue with punctuality, I have to admit. Here we are on top of our giant ball of liquid oxygen. They say SpaceX has big balls, and it's true.
Hi, my name is Rahul Sanad from Los Angeles, and I have a Tesla watch.
You know, we do not make Tesla watches, I should point out.
It's electric. But
Finally, you're obviously a very competitive person. You're competing with the likes of Jeff Bezos in...
Jeff who?
There will not be a steering wheel. In 20 years, it will be like having a horse. The analogy I use with my team is like, guys, imagine we had, you know,
$6 million in a pallet of cash. And that was, $6 million was falling through the sky. And would we try to catch it? I say we do. I say we give it a shot. Worst case, it ends up at the bottom of the ocean, but maybe we do catch it, and then, hey, $6 million.
Let me know when that pallet of cash is coming back.
Yeah.
I'd like to give it a shot, too.
It might as well be a pallet of cash.
The issue with existing batteries is that they suck, okay? They're really horrible.
I always used to say, well, I think the car is really safe unless you drive it off a cliff, and then somebody drove it off a cliff. Fine.
Hi, I'm Eric Ward. I'm a graduate student in the Systems Design and Management program. And I was reading recently a Japanese construction company, I think it's Obayashi, just announced plans to make a space elevator by, I think, 2050. And I'm wondering if SpaceX has a response.
I say, bravo.
If you buy a gasoline car that's not full self-driving, this is like riding a horse and using a flip phone. I'm like, hello. This is not wise.
Has the sweetest smile.
My little buttercup, why do you stay a while?
Won't you stay a while? Moonbeams meet the sky, and you and I will walk the by on by.
Well, this is really winning.